Losing is what got us here. None of us feel good about it. This is, where we are. You are what your record is. You are what has happened, recently. But things can change quickly. Once we.
Tony, what's popping with you, brother? How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm feeling good. We outpaced them.
We outpaced them. The first episode of this series, Losers Lounge. The Knicks outpace the Indiana Pacers, score 121 points. Pacers 117. And yeah, Knicks win game 1. 3 more wins to go.
And we'll take them however we get them.
3 more wins to go in this series, man. And Pacers fans are upset, not just about losing to the Knicks, but about some other things as well. Let's go ahead and just get it going. Mark said, bruh, it's so freaking stupid. We should have won that game and everyone knows it.
And I said, y'all saw, welcome to the Losers Lounge. Round 2.
I don't know what he's trying to say when he says we should have won. I'm assuming he's talking about the refs.
It's going to be a reoccurring narrative, son.
Reoccurring narrative throughout this entire thing. That Pacers fans think, what me and my son were talking about it too. When, who was it? Naismith almost got a steal, but they called it a kickball. When you look back at it, it was a clean steal, but you can't review, you couldn't review a kickball, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So we knew right then and there, we knew the Pacers fans were gonna straight up talk about the referees. Right? They complain about the referees, that the referees were on the Knicks side. The NBA wants the Knicks to go on to the Knicks. They want the Knicks versus Boston and all of that stuff.
The Brunson block that was overturned on the challenge.
Right.
They were mad about that one.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of them.
To me, I don't see it as being that the referees were slanted towards the Knicks at all. I don't see that. You know what I'm saying? I see Brunson get hit every time he gets on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Every time. I mean, as a matter of fact, on that same play, no, not the same play, the one play where Haliburton was called for a foul on a steal, and then when they reviewed it, it got reversed, and it was Indiana's ball, right? But on that play, Nembhard was guarding Jalen Brunson almost out by the foul line, and you see him extend his hand and push him backwards, right in front of the referee. And the referee don't call nothing. Right? I mean, how is that not a foul? Right in front of the referee. So, it's just complaining. You know what I mean? It's just complaining, but, a couple of funny things. Brady said, Nickarees, we all knew it was coming. I don't know, Tony, do you think anything is slanted towards the Knicks?
I want to see what the 2-minute report says, to be honest. Like, not that it ever matters. You know what I mean? We've been on both sides of that. I knew this was going to be the narrative.
Right.
It's hard for me to say. Like, it's hard for me to say I'm not being biased. You know what I mean? But I agree. I didn't really see anything egregious. You know what I'm saying? Like you pointed out, you know what I mean? A play here, play there, but I think it's on both sides. Like, they're gonna miss plays and make the wrong calls on both sides. You get your challenges, you gotta win your challenges.
Exactly.
Y'all won yours, we won ours. It is what it is.
You know what I mean? Kevin Bergen says some calls are bad on both sides and they miss calls on both sides. Exactly. I didn't see anything egregious tonight. I mean, there are times when the referees are egregious. I didn't see anything egregious tonight. You know what I mean? Now Pacers fans are gonna be like, yeah, of course, you guys won. So of course you feel that way. But I didn't see anything egregious tonight.
And had we lost, I would not have blamed the referees.
Right.
Even though there were missed calls, the Knicks didn't play their A game. And that's the thing that I really didn't see in their chat. Nobody saying, "Oh, the Pacers didn't play their A game." You know what I mean? Like everybody was just blaming
Blaming the refs. Blaming the refs. I mean, they got some good ones. Boss Man Dad said the crowd chanting "refs, you suck." Are there a lot of Pacers fans in the crowd?
I ain't gonna front. I laughed out loud for that one.
Yeah,
that was funny.
know?
I told him you made the show, bro, because that was funny.
Yeah, they got a couple of good ones. Nickeries. This one here, my man here says 3 fouls in 30 seconds, make it a little bit more obvious. But they were fouls. Pascal Siakam literally had his knee in Josh Hart's back when Josh Hart got a rebound. How was that not a foul? They were fouls. As a matter of fact, Nembhard, he probably should have got some kind of call when during the end of the game when he elbowed Brunson. There probably should have been a call there. But I think the refs were just like, it's the end of the game. Let's let it go. They're going to cry about it. The referees didn't change this game. The Indiana Pacers were outpaced by the Knicks, were outplayed by the Knicks, were out-hustled when it counted. And the Knicks had defense when it counted. You know what I'm saying? And that right there is a monster difference between these two basketball teams. You know what I'm saying?
And
The Knicks. Oh, go ahead, Tony.
No, I was just gonna say, and a lot of our turnovers was self-inflicted.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Y'all capitalized, but they were self-inflicted.
Right. Exactly. You know what I mean? The Pacers just aren't a defensive team. Now I will say this though. They're not a defensive team, but there were moments throughout the game, and there were stretches where the Knicks, the shot clock kept getting down to 2 and 3 seconds. They do have a lot of length. They may not be a great lockdown team, but they have a lot of length, which is going to give the Knicks trouble. But Luke said, why don't the Pacers play defense? I mean, they're not that type of a team where they're going to be playing that type of defense, but I think they will still bother the Knicks some because of their length.
Shout out to the kid, the dude Jackson. He came in and changed the game with his energy, with his defense, with rebounding. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets utilized a little bit more.
Right. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, that's the one thing. The Knicks are going to be able to get things that they want because the Pacers are not a lockdown team. Now on TNT, they were talking about ways that the Knicks could capitalize on the Pacers defense. And one of the things that they were talking about is if you go one-on-one against this team, they can't stop you. Now I know, not a lot of Knicks fans gonna be like, nah, we don't want them playing the whole, we don't want, the Jalen Brunson show. But, when every time Dante DiVincenzo had chances to break down the defense.
I was just gonna say,
right? Brunson, of course.
I thought you was gonna say Brunson. I was gonna say most of DiVincenzo's baskets was one-on-one attacking the rim.
One-on-one attacking the rim. So the Knicks are gonna have opportunities this way to go one-on-one and attack the rim against the Pacers because the Pacers don't have that kind of a defense.
It seemed like Pascal, he was playing decent defense on OG all game.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. The Pacers don't play defense. They're not a defensive team, and their fans know that. So Davey said, yes, I blame the refs, but also Haliburton. Dude was hot ass versus the Bucks, but he's looking even worse now. Don't play his hamstrings. And then someone else said, laugh out loud, what the F happened to Holly? Dude is terrified to put the ball up now. You think the light's too big for him?
We'll see how it progresses. I think tonight it was. Tonight, I could obviously say he wasn't himself.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? But from my research and me, looking at the chats, he hasn't really played well since the hamstring. He hasn't been the same since coming back from the hamstring.
Right.
Whether that was him coming back too early or and it's still lingering to today, but that's been the consensus.
Yeah. Kevin said pressure. D. Coolest said, I think he thinks he's still hurt. I don't know, maybe, but he definitely, what do you have tonight? Eight assists. What do you have? 8 points, 6 points, 8 points, something like that, and 8 assists tonight.
Oh wow, I didn't know his points was that low.
I think so.
Wow.
I think so. I think he was in double-digit points tonight. I'm gonna check right now, but I think he was in double-digit points. Let me see. Tyrese Haliburton tonight. Yeah, 6 points, 8 assists.
Single digits.
He only took 6 shots.
Wow. I mean, so that's a number one adjustment, to look at moving forward when you do your show tomorrow. You can't expect that moving forward.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Can't expect that moving forward. And obviously it just makes it a little bit tougher if he starts to score.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It makes it a little bit dangerous when he's not scoring, though. Obviously his passing can be dangerous, but it takes an option. They got enough guys that can score. You know what I mean? But if he's also scoring, it makes them much more dangerous.
And I will say, DiVincenzo's defense on him was superb. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't realize he only scored 6 points, but his defense on him was spot on.
Right. Yeah. And you seen it even in, it started in the Philly game.
With Maxey last game
When he had to guard Maxey. You know what I'm saying? When he had to guard Maxey, all of a sudden you see, oh, okay, Dante is locking down. So I guess that was a really good warm-up for Tyrese Haliburton, from one Tyrese to the next Tyrese.
And Haliburton isn't, you know what I mean? I think his main objective is to facilitate anyway. You know what I mean? Like he's definitely a scoring threat, but
Right.
he's not the aggressor that Maxey is.
Right. The Public Enemy said TJ McConnell and Obi is getting Haliburton's points. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's true. Stafford Don said they reported earlier that he was questionable with back spasms. I mean, you're in the playoffs, baby. You got to come out here and get it done. You know what I mean? What are you going to do? You got to come out there and get it done.
It's funny how us Knicks fans is putting the context on Haliburton's game where the Pacers fans are not.
Right. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? The Pacers fans are like, nah, we expect a lot more from the dude. And we're saying, nah, he's still hurt. He's this, he's that. I don't care either way. As long as he's not producing.
And long as Brunson outplaying it.
Right. And that's what this dude Kevin said. It's official. Brunson is better than Haliburton. I mean, Brunson is one of the top 2 guards in the league. So, you know what I mean? That's all. That's it. He's one of the top 2 guards in the league. Nobody can stop the dude. Nobody can stop him. He's
And I know he moved into some new record, Brooke, because he was already there with the 3 40-point games.
Right.
And tonight made 4
Right.
consecutive.
You know what I'm saying? What Brunson is doing, man, is just crazy. 40 points every game. No one, amazing shots and ones, just everything. Even when he's off, he's giving you 20 plus points.
And a dub.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 20 plus points and 13 assists because he's off tonight. It's crazy.
In a window.
Right. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Josh Hart, definitely. I don't even want to call him an unsung hero. He's giving us production that Randall can't give us right now.
Legitimate sidekick right now.
Yep.
Legit sidekick.
You know what I'm saying? He's giving us the production that Randall can't give. The points in the rebound. He can't give you the gravity that makes teams have to double him.
Mm-hmm.
But he scores in transition. He's got those hustle plays. You know what I'm saying? He changes the game that way. You know what I'm saying? But the point and rebound production he's giving you right now what Randall would have been giving you.
Speaking of like some things to talk about tomorrow on your show. I'm assuming that's going to be one of the main focal points of their adjustments. When you look at the Philly series, Josh Hart was able to do it 2 consecutive games before they made their adjustment.
Right.
I expect the Pacers to make some type of adjustment game 2.
Right.
And that way, you know what I mean? And that way. Because he shot over 50% tonight, right?
Yep.
He shot well everywhere except free throw line. He missed a couple.
Yep.
Got the rebound on that one though. Oh, what a you know what I mean?
Yeah, on one of them. He got the rebound and put it back. Yeah. That's when it looked like the Knicks were tied the game at 104. Then they ended up taking a point away.
Taking the lead. Oh, yeah.
Kevin said, Turner is so effing soft. How does Hart bully his big ass? I mean, Turner did only have 3 rebounds tonight.
He does it to everybody, bro. I meant to respond there, but that's what Josh Hart does.
That's what he does.
Not just in the series, not just in the playoffs, but historically throughout his career.
Yeah.
On not just on the Knicks, wherever he's at. You know what I mean? He was one of the top rebounding guards, period. You know what I mean? And you start talking about 6'4" and under, you know what I mean? Now he's number 1, 99 percentile.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy what Josh Hart is doing. 2 rebounds, Shaquan said. I said 3, 2 rebounds. I mean, it's definitely crazy what Josh Hart is doing. But are the Pacers soft? Are the Pacers too soft?
I wouldn't necessarily call them soft, even though I did. I think they're just not tough. You know what I mean? Like certain teams are actually soft. You know what I mean? Like
right.
I don't think they're soft. I just think their MO is not physicality. You know what I mean? So but yeah, I wouldn't necessarily. I think there's a lot of other teams in the league that you could call soft.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But yeah, they're just not a physical team.
I think the Knicks have to inject more physicality into the series too.
I agree.
They started doing that better in the fourth quarter tonight. Being a little bit more physical, more aggressive defensively, and I think if the Knicks do that and are still able to run the way that they were tonight, we're gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? The coolest says some of y'all want to Turner. I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna say this though. If Myles Turner was playing for Tom Thibodeau, he'd be grabbing 10 rebounds a game. That's what I think. You know what I'm saying? He's playing under a coach that has a certain style. I'm not saying that Rick Carlisle doesn't want him to grab 10 rebounds, but has a certain style, and he fits into Rick Carlisle's style. and this is what they're probably asking him to do. I'll say that. I don't know, but I think if he was playing for the Knicks, he wouldn't average. He'd average 10 rebounds a game, I think, or at least close 8-9 rebounds a game.
I was gonna say 7. I was gonna say at least 7.
Yeah, I think he would. I think he would.
But as a guy that could play on a perimeter, I think that automatically it takes away from where you're gonna be to be in position to rebound.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? So that's what I would give him as an out into just him not being a rebounder. A lot of times he's out on the perimeter anyway.
Yep. Joe Long. Hold on. I didn't mean to do that one. Deep Public Enemy say low key. There's a lot of Haliburton and Turner stands in here. Probably. D Cooler said no. Turner is like Cat. They want to shoot threes. They're scared to bang in the paint. See, I disagree because I think I can remember the Knicks playing against Turner and him scoring on us in the paint. You know what I'm saying? I think this is more Rick Carlisle having him stay outside a little bit more, utilize the pick and pop, not really utilizing the post. Rick Carlisle, this offense is very similar to Mike D'Antoni and what he was doing in Phoenix. Their philosophy was that banging in the post was very, very low percentage, right? Not low percentage, but stagnant. Let's put it like that, right? Giving the ball to someone in the post and everyone standing around was stagnant, and they didn't want that kind of stagnation. So they didn't utilize the post as much on few occasions here and there, but they didn't utilize
pick and roll, backdoor cut.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of offense that Rick Carlisle has with this team, where they're not utilizing the post like that because they look at it as being, a stagnation to your offense. You know what I mean? Either way, I hope he doesn't rebound. I hope he stays soft for this series. You know what I'm saying? Stay soft. Don't rebound the ball. We don't need you to do that. After tonight, though, Tony, the Knicks escape with a win. You know what I mean? I don't know. What are you thinking about? How you feeling about the series?
I mean, Brunson played great. I think he'll continue to play great. Not saying he'll continue to have 40, but I'm thinking like 35 is probably what we should expect from him. I like what we got from Josh Hart. I like what we got from DiVincenzo. I think we have to figure out a way to utilize OG more. Maybe get him some easy looks. I mean, we was talking about this from round 1. You know what I mean? Like that's still something that we gotta figure out how to get him some easy looks. And more Hartenstein floaters. Like we've seen it late or in the second half more than in the first half.
Right.
But we gotta have even more of a spread out offense. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna have to really spread this thing out because I think they have guys capable. They're a deep team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As I think the bench. I know at one point it was like 33-8. I don't know what it ended up.
What the score?
Yeah, the bench scoring
46-3.
46-3, or even worse than I thought.
Yeah, 46-3.
Yeah, that cannot be the trend moving forward.
Yeah, because we only had 46-4. Myles scored 1 point and Mitch got 3 points.
Yeah, that cannot be the trend moving forward. And it's tough because what do you really expect from Mitch? I can't come out here and say I want 10. Like I mean, you got to give us 10. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of a stretch at this point. You know what I mean? That would have been something that we could have built towards had he played all year.
Right.
And Deuce, he's capable of giving us 10. More than capable of giving us 10 a night.
Right.
But at this point in this stage in his career, how do you demand that? You know what I mean? Like, so it's really tough. Like, the depth of this team is the utilization of our depth is the only thing that scares me
Right.
long term moving forward.
Right.
To be honest, you know what I mean. But yeah, we built to play the 40 minutes. Everybody on this team has done it for a certain stretch of the year, so I know we're capable. And then the other thing is, where even if we win, where does that leave us moving forward? Is this the trend next round? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think I think it is going to be you move forward. I think it's going to be the trend next round too. You know what I'm saying? The Knicks are missing Bogey right now. Tom Thibodeau would have used Bogey. They're definitely missing him.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But, ladies and gentlemen, I know it's a short show, but we're going to jump up out of here. You know what I mean? Game 1, first Losers Lounge in this series. Looking for 4 more Losers Lounge in this series, ladies and gentlemen.
3 more.
3 more. 3 more Losers Lounge in this series. Yeah, 3 more Losers Lounge in this series, man. Let's see if we can get our way to the Eastern Conference Finals. Knicks get game 1. Game 2 is on Wednesday at 8. Yeah, see what we do. Any last things, Tony?
Nah, man. I'm looking forward to. I don't know what time your show is, but I should be able to catch it at work, or if not, maybe I'll be on with you.
No doubt. All right, ladies and gentlemen, out of here. Peace.
Losing is what got us here. None of us feel good about it. This is, where we are. You are what your record is. You are what has happened, recently. But things can change quickly. Once we